Gonna wait for people to join me. I don't think anyone is here. If they are, I don't see any comments, anything on my channel comment section. You guys want to say hi to the camera? You want to say hi? There's no people yet. If there are, then I'm messing up big time because I don't see any comments. Hi, Carol. Are you here? I don't have any sound. I don't have anything. Can you hear me? Lori? Hi, Lori. Hi, Carol. Oh, wow. I only have a mobile phone. I'm probably shouting, and the comments are really tiny. This is my first ever live stream, so I don't really know what the heck I'm doing. Any tips would be appreciated. But thumbs up, thank you. I'm thrilled to have somebody. I may not be able to read, but I'm going to do my best. So I um let's see, I was going to go over some whips that I have that I'm working on right now. And I was going to show some yarn that I just bought. And if we get enough people here, I want to talk about a situation that's been going on with a hacker that I recently identified in the crochet community. And some facts got misconstrued. And I need to get that straightened out. But first thing first is I want to welcome who is here. And please, if you know anybody that can join me, join us, because this is a group. Please get them in. Carol, no, I've never done a live before either. This is my first time, and I only have this mobile phone. So um, Would you, let's see, do you want to see my my yarn that I just got? I got some new yarn. I haven't actually used it yet, but I can show you what it is. Or I can share some of my whips. What do you two think? All right. Well, okay. So remember, I'm in a wheelchair. I don't know if I can show it to you. That's why it's Crochet on Wheels. Let's see if I can show you my wheelchair a little bit. I don't know what the heck you're seeing. Oh, my cat wants to say hello. Maybe my doggies want to say hello. You guys want to say hello? Spirit, you want to say hello? I don't know if you saw anything because I can't see what the camera's seeing. Max, come here. Max, come say hello. This is Max. Max is my 10-year-old Cornish Rex, otherwise known as my pain in the butt, but I love him. Uh-oh, I lost my comments. Okay, so I have my little grabber out so I can grab things. My handy dandy grabber. And so the first yarn I got, which is way bigger than I thought it was going to be, is this Premier Couture Home. I didn't read the label very good or the web page very well. Let me open it. These are some really big skeins. If you can see this here, I'll put it up against me. And I mean, they're huge. You can see how big this is. I thought for some reason this was going to be a 4. And it says it is a number 6 super bulky. Machine wash, tumble dry. 245 yards. And it's 86 cents, 86% acrylic, 14% polyester. And given how big it is, I'm thinking probably a blanket. I don't really know what else I could do with this. The colors are, well, it's pink and gray. Hopefully you can see that. I have no idea how good my phone shows colors. And it's pretty big. It's soft. It's not the softest yarn I've ever felt, but it would be okay as a blanket, I think, once it was washed. Let's see, who else is joining here? Chronically Crocheting, hi! I'm glad you joined me here. Thank you. Thank you for your comments as well. They were awesome. Okay, the next thing in this box, I've got some of the, why is everything upside down? I don't know. Candy Shop yarn, also from Premier. Let me open it. Oop, the yarn band came off. That's okay. I'll get it in a minute. Now this is much softer. And if you can see the colors, I'll put it in front of my face. It has, like, in the center here, it has blue and white, and then it has a navy blue, and then sort of a teal on the outside. And let me get out the yarn band because it came off. It says 260 yards, and it's 100% acrylic. And the color is blue raspberry. I guess that's kind of blue raspberry. I remember the ices from when I was a kid. That kind of looks like blue raspberry, which of course is artificial color. But yeah, so I got 3 skeins of this. These were on a really, really good sale on Premier's website. So I got 3 of them, even though I don't actually have a plan. Hello to anybody else that's joined. Let's see if I can. I'm sorry, guys. I'm all over the place. This phone is not meant for this. I'm having glaucoma in little tiny letters. That's not fun. Okay. Now, the other thing I got is something called, I don't know if you can see it here, Good Earth. I have no idea what this is. It was on clearance, ridiculously cheap. So I bought 5. Okay, so this is what it looks like. It comes in a hank. I have to wind it, of course. And I hope you can see that. It's kind of a lavender, I guess. And what it says, I don't know if you folks want to see the label. It's probably coming out backwards. Maybe it's focusing, maybe not. The color is elderberry, 47% linen, 53% cotton, made in Turkey, 204 yards. So these were $2 a piece on sale. And for a blend, it's actually pretty soft. I think this would make like a really nice tank top or summer top or something like that. Now, let's see. I know I have something else in here. Oh, yes, I do. Okay. I got the Aurora. I don't know if you folks are familiar with this. It's not brand new, but it's hasn't been out very long. Let me open it up. So this is the Premier Aurora. If you can see the colors, this is called anemone. I guess like a sea anemone, a little bit of everything. It's got like reds and blue and green and almost a little bit of yellow in it. And this is soft. This kind of reminds me very much of the coffee shop yarn. I don't know if you can see the label. I'll be watching my own video later to see how I can improve it, see what my phone really does. Probably not seeing it. So this is a 4-weight. Again, the color is anemone. 166 yards, 100% acrylic, made in Turkey. So I just think it's really pretty. I'm not quite sure exactly what I'm going to do with it, but I'd be open to any suggestions. If you folks have an idea, I have 3 skeins of this. I'd love to get some feedback on what you'd like to see made with this. And I'm getting ready to do a giveaway, and some or all of this may end up in the giveaway. So keep a lookout for that announcement also. Let me get back into my box here. Sorry, I'm going to get my little grabber. Bear with me, folks. Okay, so I got also another color of the candy shop. This is the other color, and it's called, let's see if you can see. Actually, the colors aren't showing up very good. The color name is Very Berry. I guess that makes sense. Raspberry, maybe? So it has sort of a lilac in the center, and then a little bit of more of that lilac mixed with a little bit of blue. And this is deeper, almost like a mauve, with some more of this lilac on the outside here. And just like the other, it's made in Turkey, and it's a 4-weight. And again, this is from Premier. So I've had the coffee shop. This is the first time I've had the candy shop. It actually feels very similar. And it is squishy. Now, the other yarn I got from Michaels, and I had a bit of a problem. I got the order, and when I opened the box, the first thing I noticed was glitter all over the yarn. And it's not a yarn that should have glitter on it. Apparently, whoever packed it or while it was stored in the warehouse put either glitter, something with glitter up against it, or there was glitter on the table in the warehouse that they sort of, I'm imagining, slid it across to get it into the box. So I contacted Michaels and they actually gave me the opportunity to either return it for a full credit, but they couldn't give me new yarn because they discontinued this, or they would let me keep it and give me a 50% credit. So I chose to keep it because I shook a lot of the glitter off, and honestly, the little bit that's left doesn't look too terrible. Let me grab the box over here. Oh, you can see one of my kitties in the background. Let me move my fat head. See my kitty over there? One of my kitties. Cling. Yeah, Cling. Cling is another one of my Cornish Rex cats. Okay, hold on, guys. I got to put the phone down because I knocked over the box and I got to scoop my butt over there to get it. Max, you could help me out here, cat. Okay. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Boy, for a live stream, I think I'm messing up as good as one can. Hi, everybody that has joined me. I'm sorry I can't read the comments. I'm going to try to in a minute by changing my phone orientation. But right now it's teeny. So what I got a bunch of yarn. It's all the same kind. It's a loops and threads, as you can see. And it's called their meandering serpentine, their serpentine. And I got 8 different shades. And these are normally $7.97 each. They had them on sale at one point for $3.97 each. Then they had them 2 for $5. And then overnight they had, one time I saw them 5 for $10. So from normally $8 down to $2. I just had to get some. So Max, don't be a show off. So this color, let's see if you can see, pink rose. So it's pink rose, and unfortunately the tag doesn't say too much. It says 243 yards, 100 grams, 222 meters, so it's a little under 200 yards, I think. And it's all in hanks. Now, what I don't think you can see, I'm going to try to show you. It's not a consistent color. It's kind of, oh my God, it's being obnoxious. Kind of has a little bit of a, can you see this? Like right here, it's got a little bit of almost like a lilac in it. It's really hard to see and even harder to show it to you on camera. I'm going to try different angles here with the light. Maybe right there. You see where my finger is? It almost looks blue. So it's very, very minimally variegated. But right there's a good spot. You can see some of the color going through it. So each shade has a little bit, some blue. Like right here where my finger is, up here there's a little bit of blue as well. It's just ever so slightly got a little bit of color in it. So this is pink rose. And I have this color. I don't know if it's showing up as it really is. That is called Baby Blues. I love that name. It's blue. It is baby blue, and it's got a little bit of light blue and a little bit of white and a little bit of gray. Let's see, I hope that's focusing. So that's Baby Blues. Let me put that down. Let's see what else we have here. Cat, will you be quiet, please? My cat likes to be like a child. If I'm on the phone, he has to get in a lot of noise to get extra attention. Just gotta love it. Okay, this color, I really love this color. Let me show it to you first. It looks to me like almost like a tangerine or something. Spirit, shh, buddy. Okay, the color is dark salmon. And I guess that's a pretty accurate description. It has almost like a little bit of green. Let me see if I can find a spot. If you see right here where my middle finger is, there's just a little bit of tinting. It almost looks like a almost yellowish green. It's hard really to describe it. It's got several different colors going through it. So that's the third color. Let me look in this box here, see what else I got. Maybe I can show you in the box. Did we do this one? No, we didn't. Okay, this is lavender. And this is what it looks like. Let's see. So this doesn't seem to have as much. Now, right here, maybe I can turn it. Right through here, there was a ton of glitter on this one. You see right here as I turn it, just a little bit of glitter. I took this outside and I shook the heck out of it, but you could see the sparkles. There was so much glitter in this yarn when I opened the box. I was like, oh my goodness, once glitter gets in, you can't get it out. And through here too, there's glitter that's not showing up on the camera well. Well, just a hint. So this is the lavender, and it's a really pretty purple. And it's got a little bit of the darker purple in it too, as you can see. And then, so this is called just purple, appropriately named. This is a really, really pretty purple, guys. I don't know if you can see the color. It's just almost like a lilac purple, and it's got some tones of lighter purple in it. Oh, there's a bunch of glitter on this side. I think you can see that there in the camera, right in the center, which is nothing now, but when I opened it, oh my goodness, the amount of glitter that was on this yarn was crazy. Okay, so that's the purple. And now this, strangely enough, is titled lavender. We already looked at lavender. This is not lavender. This is almost gray. So I'm not quite sure what this is. The yarn band is not correct. This looks nothing like the other lavender. It's very washed out. It really looks gray. So I'm not quite sure what's going on with that one. And let me see. I think there's a couple more colors in here. Okay. This one is called Peachy Keen. That's really cute. Peachy Keen. Okay, you can see it. Kind of has, I really wouldn't describe it as peach. At least not the peaches I've eaten, but it's kind of a orangey pink with some hues of gray in it. And can you all see that? I don't know. The lighting in here, I've got my lamp in back of me, but not great lighting. I haven't really figured out how to do these live feeds yet. Try to turn it. And you see, I'm using my face here. Yeah, there's definitely some dark spots of color. Almost like a little bit of dye lot or dye failure in the line. I'm not sure. It's pretty. I'm not sure what I'm doing with this, but for 80% off, I'll figure out something. Let's see if I have any more. I thought I had another color. Hold on. I probably should have done this first. Wait, I think I do. Okay, one more. This one is called Ocean Spray. And this is really pretty. So this is a almost ocean blue. I would agree with the color name. And it's a really pretty blue with some almost turquoise or teal on the side there, you can see, and a little glitter. And it's got a little bit of light. Got some really pretty colors in it. So again, this is the Loops and Thread Meandering Serpentine yarn. I don't know. I don't know if it's still on clearance. I don't think so, because when I contacted them about the fact that it had a bunch of glitter in the box, they said I couldn't get an exchange because it was out of stock and it was being discontinued. This may go in my giveaway. What I can't find, interestingly enough, I don't know if you can see this, there is no fiber content mentioned on the label. It says it's made in China rather than made in Turkey. That may be why the label isn't as good as. Let me open the label up here. I'm going to open it up and read, see if it says more on the inside. Okay, so we have something here. Looks like it says it's a 4-weight, 90% acrylic, 10% nylon, medium 4-weight, 5.5 USI 9 crochet hook. And up here it says machine wash cold, do not bleach, of course, tumble dry, gentle cycle. So it's acrylic and nylon, and honestly, this to me feels a lot like rayon or almost linen. I'm actually really impressed that this is acrylic. It maybe almost really soft cotton, like the Hobium Lamia Baby, I think it is. But I'm impressed with this for the clearance price it was at. I don't think I would have ever bought this at the original $8 per hank price, but at $2, it was a great find. And let's see, I think there's anything else in this box. That'll check. Oh, wait, I think this is a different color. Oh, we got one more. Sorry about that. I don't know what just happened there. There is one more. This one, I don't think it's focusing. It doesn't want to focus. It is called Aqua Lavender. And definitely aqua lavender with a little bit of glitter. You can see the glitter there by my pinky. Lavender for sure. There's some really pretty lavender blue. Lavender blue, oh my goodness. Lavender purple, and the blue, I would say, is an aqua blue. Let me try to get it. Okay, hopefully you can all see that. I'm not sure. So this was the other color I got. So all in all, I'm happy with this. It was definitely worth the price. And I have 5 of each of the colors. And I think what I'll do is, since I have 5 of each of the colors, I'm going to put another video up and ask which of the 5 colors you all would like in a giveaway. And I'm going to include all the skeins of one of these colors in the giveaway I'm about to do. And whatever color gets picked the most is what's going to go. So you don't need to leave your comments on this video. I'm going to put up a little poll or a separate video for that. So watch out for that. I'll try to do that later tonight. And wait, I found another one. My goodness, it's the box that never stops giving. This is mint. Mint green. It's a very washed out mint green. I don't know. I like to hold it up to my face because I can see my face, so hopefully that means you can see it. It's definitely mint green, although it's looking blue. Wait, there we go. Okay. Can you see that? And like right over in here, it's got almost a little bit of gold. So that's another one of the colors. Let me look in the bottom of this box to make sure I didn't miss anything here. Here, you can all watch my dog chew up my cat toy while I look. Gizmo, you know that's not your toy, right? Mama. PD? Spirit? Yep. They're all doing things they're not supposed to do because mom's on the phone. Gizmo. Momo. You bad doggy. Hold on, folks. I guess that's it. All right. Well, I guess those are the only colors that I got. So I'm sure my dogs were bad. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you some of what I'm working on for whips. And again, I'm sorry I can't reply to your comments because I'm using my phone. This is the very first time I've done a live stream, and my own picture, what I can see, is taking up 90% of the screen, and your comments are off really teeny tiny to the side, about a quarter of an inch wide. And I have a really bad vision, so there's no way I'm going to be able to see it until I zoom in. Okay, so I have this project bag here. This is an old project bag I got from Amazon on one of the lightning deals. And let's see what's in it here. Hold on, I'm gonna open it. Okay, so what I'm working on here in this project bag is this pattern. It's just the crochet chevron blanket. This is a free pattern from, I don't know if you can see that, Kathy So Happy. It's something I printed off her website, and it's a pretty easy chevron blanket to follow. And I am using the Red Heart Soft, and the color I'm using this, if you can see it, it's still in this bag. This is turquoise, and this, which is a mess, is seafoam green. And I know there's another one hiding. What's left of this little skein here, multicolored, it is Waterscape. It's in the bag still. I like to keep cat fur off it, but it's called Waterscape. So I'm using the 3, and what it looks like, let's see if you can see it. This is what it looks like. So I'm using the seafoam, and then the variegated, and then more seafoam, and it actually looks to me, I should pay more attention. This, hold on, this variegated here looks to me like I chose a different variegated here. Let me look again in this bag, or I may not have it in this bag. Well, good job for me. I didn't include it, but anyway, sorry about that. this is what I've gotten done so far, and I think it's going to be really pretty. I love the Red Heart Soft yarn. It's just great for everything, and it's pretty inexpensive. And also in this bag is a hat. If you can see this. And this I'm using the Lime brand, Vanish Choice Lime brand, which is the basic, another good value yarn. And I don't see, let me see, I don't have the pattern in my bag. I don't have the pattern for the hat in my bag. I actually forgot I was making this and made a new one. That was silly. I might have just made it up. I'm not sure. So I will look up in my book what the pattern was and post a link at the bottom if anybody's interested. But so that's what's in this project bag. Now let me get my next project bag. Okay, so this is a pretty big project bag, and it has lots of different zippers on it. And on the top, I don't know if you all can see this, but let me try to get it where you can see. On the top, it has, let's see, it has holes all the way down on both sides where you can actually put 12 skeins of yarn in it and have each one feed out. So if you're working on a project that requires multiple colors, you can have the yarn in different pockets inside. I'll show you the inside if I can. So inside it has different pockets, and then once the cover's zipped, there's these little grommets for the yarn to come through so it doesn't tangle. The colors don't tangle to one another, and it's a really great project bag. This I got on Amazon too, and I will put a link at the bottom of the video if anyone is interested. I've had it for a couple of years, but I know they're still making it. I want to get another one once they go on sale. I think I will, or I'll ask it for it as a gift. Okay, so what I have going on here, and I just started it. Bear with me. Hold on 1 minute. I got to put you down. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Truly sorry about that. So this is another pattern. I'm done. This is another pattern from Kathy So Happy. I don't know if you can see that there. You can search the web page. She has a lot of really nice patterns for free. And this is called the Interlocking Shell Stitch Blanket. Now I'm not using the colorway there, although that's a beautiful color of pink. But I was making this as a summer blanket for my own bed, so I'm using this. It's Deborah Norville Cotton Soft Silky Multi. You can see it there. It's got pink, yellow, green. It's a really pretty yarn. I love it. And it is, let me read. So it's a number 4 weight yarn. 5.5 crochet hook, USI 9. Hand wash, lay flat to dry, made in Turkey. This colorway is called Watermelon. I think that pink does look a lot like what watermelon color is. And it is 78% cotton, 22% silk. That explains why it's so soft. I mean, it is so soft, and I think the combination of cotton and silk is going to make it great for a blanket. I think for a summer blanket, even though it's a 4 weight, it's let's see if I can get it a strand here. It's a pretty thin 4 weight, and overall the skein of it, like, it feels light. It doesn't feel as heavy as what it is in weight, if that makes any sense. So I think it'll be a great summer blanket, even if it gets pushed to the side. It's just beautiful summer colors. And here where I am in Connecticut with nothing but snow and ice outside, it's really nice to work with. And some more of the same yarn. Let's see if there's anything else in this bag. I should have gotten myself more organized. Oh, I guess I should show you the blanket. That would help. So I just started this, but this is what it looks like. I've only done 3 rows so far. So it's going to have the gaps in it between the rows. And if y'all can see that, I hope you can. If not, I'll know that when I rewatch this video, and I'll do it again. Let's try it from this angle. So this here is what it looks like. And I think it's going to be really nice when it's done. I really like the color. I like the stitch. I like the fact that it has the holes between the rows for a summer weight blanket. So I'll put a link to the patterns also below the video. And hold on here, and I'll get out my next project bag. Unfortunately, I have too many. Okay, so this isn't necessarily a project bag, but this is something I'm going to be making. This was on clearance from Hirschner's, and it's just the Cozy Booties kit. This was on clearance for $2.99, and it has the pattern and then 3 skeins of the Hirschner's worsted weight yarn. You can see there's a blue and there's 2 gray. And for $3, I'm either going to make it for my son or for my daughter's fiance. I'm not sure, but it was on clearance, so I grabbed it. Okay. Okay, so now we have another blanket, and I'm using this yarn. You can see this is going to be a baby blanket. This is the Premier Sweet Roll yarn. And the colorway, Spirit, quiet, buddy. Yeah, so it's 100% acrylic. I don't know if you can see that through the bag with the glare. The color is melon pop, like honeydew melon. Can you see that all through the bag? Because I have animals, I like to keep my yarn in bags while I'm working on it so it doesn't get animal fur all over it. And let me open it up to show you what I'm doing with it. I almost lost it. Okay, sorry about that, folks. So this again, as I said, is going to be another blanket. It's called the Bubbles Baby Blanket, and I would love to tell you who the pattern was released by. I know it's free, so I don't mind showing it. That's the stitch. Apparently, I didn't print out the front page of this, but I will show you the blanket. And the blanket looks like this, if you can see it. So it's sort of a bubble shell stitch, sort of a gender neutral. It's, got the yellow and white and green. And I was going to make this for my grandson, but now I'm not sure. I'm going to finish it, and I may just donate it locally. And you can see I've got more of it done here that's rolled up. And the yarn out of the bag, this kind of has fallen apart. I've got to rewind it, but you can see the white and the green and the yellow. I really like this yarn a lot. It makes great blankets. And although this looks a mess, it's hopefully going to come out good. And I have another skein of that, or cake of that same yarn here. And then okay, so this next blanket, my daughter's fiance has a sister, and she was pregnant. She was due to deliver December 4th, and on Thanksgiving Day, she started having some difficulties with her pregnancy. And I'm not going to go into the details here, but she lost the baby at 38 weeks, and it was a horrible thing. I can't say I know what she went through. I did have a miscarriage myself in 1994. But it was early on, and even though it was early on, it was still tragic. I can't imagine what having a stillborn baby, what that would ever be like. Prior to her losing the baby, they had decorated the nursery, and they wanted to do a Lion King theme, like a jungle theme. So I was trying to find a yarn that would let me make a blanket that would kind of mimic that. So I chose this. This is the Premier Yarn Parfait Layers, and it's got some variegated color, some yellow, some blue, some white. And let me open up. I've got everything in a bag here. Let me open it up. Spirit, quiet. The dog's giving me grumbles over here. So this is the yarn out of, and it's just so soft. It's a chenille yarn. You can see the colors better here. You got the blue, and it's not really a pink. It's kind of a salmon and white. And then there's almost like a teal or maybe ocean blue and some yellow. And it's really soft. If I was a baby, I would want this blanket on me, that's for sure. Now let me get out the blanket. I didn't get too far on it. No, actually I did. So I don't know if you can all see this, what it was working up like. Let's see if I can. I was just doing rows of double crochets. It wasn't any fancy pattern I was following, but I thought the color would fit in with the nursery, with sort of, I could picture the Lion King sort of theme, jungle theme, and I thought with the blue and the yellow, and especially these variegated colors here, that it would just complement the rest of the nursery really well. And it's really soft. Now, Crystal, the name of the woman that lost the baby, her and her husband are trying really hard for another one. And I believe they're going to have a baby, so I'm going to finish this. And it is going to be hers, even if it's just something they can put in their nursery for now, waiting for the new baby, because I know she is going to. So it's not a matter of if, it's just when. I believe that if she's entitled to have a baby, she will, and she's a wonderful person. Let's see what else I might have here. Okay, more whips to come here, folks. I didn't run out yet. I've been telling everybody I had too many whips. I'm finally getting around to them. So this isn't started yet. This is something from the Annie's Hook and Needle Club. I tried it on a 1-month trial, and the pattern includes just these different cloths here, washcloths or dishcloths, whatever you want to call them. Let's see what it says. Learn to stitch dishcloths. And there's a pattern for 3 different dishcloths. You can sort of see what they look like there. And then it comes with 3 skeins of the yarn, the Premier Home cotton yarn. I haven't opened it yet. I haven't done anything with it yet, but this was just a trial, so it was at an introductory price, really cheap. I can't remember what, but I just got this. I haven't decided if I'm going to stick with the club or not. But that's what it looks like. And in here, by the way, I save all my bags. If I buy sheets or a blanket or anything at all, they all come in those zipper bags. I use those for project bags. Like, I think this was, I don't know, but it says washing instructions. Maybe a towel. And it has the little, you know, the slide on top. I can't get the phone right. A little zipper on top, little Ziploc slide. So these make great project bags. And so this is a pattern I'm making for my daughter out of Crochet World. And hold on while I open it and I'll get it out for you. Hold on, I wanted to show y'all something here. I don't know if you can see my cat on my dog. But he is. The cat annoys the heck out of the dog. And of course, the dog will sit there and grumble. Spirit, are you grumbling? The other one's just laying there. But Max. Yeah, this is what goes on. The dog really likes the attention. Look at him. He's upside down, inside out, and backwards. Max. And sometimes the cat will get a little too rough with nails. And then the dog will let him know it. Won't hurt him, but it'll let him know it. Okay. Yes, Spirit, I know. Okay, let's get out what was in this project bag. So this project is something I was making out of Crochet World magazine. I was a little disappointed because you see the cover here? Let's see, how can I best do this? Okay, right here. It says Spring Cottage Kitchen Set. And basically, it's a crocheted towel with a towel topper on top of it. And then there is a hot pad that's sort of a cottage house, kind of like a little farmhouse, with windows and little flower boxes. I thought it was really adorable. My daughter's birthday is March 9th, and I thought this would be great for her birthday. And so when I went to the pattern in the book, okay, hold on. Okay, so the pattern in the book, and because it's a purchase pattern, I can't show it to you, although I can show you this page. Hopefully you can see that. But what it says it needs for supplies are King Cole Cotton Soft DK lightweight yarn, 1 ball each, and then it names the colors. And I didn't have the exact yarn that it called for, but I had cotton yarn pretty close to all the colors already in my stash. So I was using existing yarn. And then, of course, a crochet hook, tapestry needle, stitch marker, and a 3/4 inch white button. So I got to making it. Here's the colors that hold on, I did something. These are the colors. Sorry, guys, I keep hitting this with my finger. This is the cotton yarn I pulled from my stash, and I'll put a picture up. You'll see that these colors of mostly sugar and cream, but they're very, very close to the colors in the original pattern. And okay, so here is the beginning of the little cottage house. Really, this is just the frame. and the little chimney here on the roof. I haven't attached the windows or anything like that to it yet. It's still kind of new. And let me take the yarn out. So this is the orange, and the orange would be, as you see there, right in the center, and on the window boxes, that's the orange. And this is sugar and cream. The color is cream. And my thought for that, if you see here in the towel, about almost near the bottom, there's a little bit of yellow. And I wanted that to be a little different than the yellow in the windows. So I chose a cream. I'm not really sure if I'm going to use that or not. I may, when I get to that point, opt out of it. I'm not sure. Let me see. So this is the green I have for the leaves on the towel topper and leaves of the flowers that are under the little cottage house. Okay, let's see. Boy, I got some tangles here. So this blue, actually, I don't know why I have this blue. I think I pulled this as a possibility to make the main color and then opted not to do it because I didn't use it yet. Or maybe I did. This blue is the color I'm using for, if you look at the windows on the cottage house, you'll see right around the windows there's blue, and then at the very edge there's a lighter blue, and I'm using this color. I know it looks dark, but if you look at the two blues together, let's see. So it would be, the dark blue would be the main cottage house, and this lighter of the two blues would be the border around it. And anyway, let me continue on to tell you my dilemma. So I have this gray here, which I chose for the roof right below the chimney on the house, and for the towel topper right at the top above the flower. Okay, and then I have pink, which will be for the very top of the towel topper there and the chimney on the house. So those are the colors I chose. So my dilemma with this, let me see, I have another piece made. I may not have it in here though. Note to self. Next time, hold on. Okay, so the materials list here wants the yarn, of course, and the needle, the stitch marker, and then it goes on to give the instructions. Then at the end, it tells you that you need to make 2 pieces of the house and stuff it with fiberfill. And fiberfill is not on the list of supplies needed. I would think that it should be, right? I mean, a pattern, especially in a magazine, should include everything that you need. And then for the hot pad portion, which is the cottage house that's supposed to be a hot pad, it says you need to put on backing. That's part of the assembly instructions. It says iron on backing. That's not in the instructions either. So the fiberfill between the 2 layers and of the house and the backing that would go on the house for the bottom, I guess, is not in the material list. So that was a little bit disappointing. And I did contact the magazine, and they said they were going to put a correction. I don't know if they did, but yeah, so that's something I'm working on. It just irritated me that it didn't have all the supplies, because you can't tell from this picture that there is fiberfill. If you look at this house, it doesn't look like it's doubled. You can't tell that there's fiberfill in here, and there's no, if you look at it this way, you can't see that there's any backing on it, so you certainly can't tell from the picture that it needed that. So no big deal. I ordered it on Amazon, and I'll get it finished. But okay, and lastly, hopefully last, in my project bag, second to last. Oh boy, wait, I'm something. Oh darn, I'm missing something. Okay, well, I'm missing one thing. I made a sweater for my son's dog. My son has a little Boston Terrier, which they're small dogs and have very, very short hair. And he's almost bald. And in Connecticut in the winter, it gets really cold. So he needed a sweater. The dog was born with a little bit of a birth defect. His front legs are farther apart than they should be. So any sweater that my son has bought him in any of the pet shops, they don't fit him right, because when his legs go through, the outside of the holes are just pinching off his legs, and he ends up having to cut holes bigger. Oh, my dog now is taking out his frustration on the cat. He holds him down. See? You see what he does? Look at that. Spirit, what are you doing to the cat? Yeah, be nice to the kitty. You, be nice to the kitty. He's funny. So, okay, so yeah, so the sweaters that he gets for him in the store, they don't fit right. He has to cut the holes, which kind of ruins them. So I made a sweater. I made a pattern. It's actually the first and only thing I designed on my own. And it's the one thing I didn't bring in here. And I got my wheelchair here all parked, and I'm not going to go in the other room to try to find it. So I'll just show you this last thing here. My daughter wanted a crochet hat and matching scarf, and I was at Hobby Lobby and I saw this yarn. You can see how fuzzy this is. I wish you could reach through the phone and feel this. You see the fuzziness? This is Yarn Bee Romantique, and this was on sale. It has a price of $4.99. They had 30% off all their yarns, so whatever that is, that's what I got it for. And it is a 83 yards. Let's see, let's try it this way. 83 yards, 80% acrylic, and 20% polyamide. With that much fuzziness, I really thought this had animal fiber in it, like alpaca or angora, because I mean, it's so fuzzy. I've already worked with it, and you wouldn't believe how nice this yarn is to work with. It doesn't split, it doesn't snag, and as fuzzy as it is, it doesn't shed, which is amazing. And it's just so soft. I wish I could just make myself clothing out of this. That's an idea, actually. But so I chose this and this color. I'm going to make what I think is this pink I'm going to use to make the hat. And then I'm going to use this variegated color to put a pom-pom on the hat. And then the scarf, I'm going to use this color here. And then I'm going to put some tassels on the scarf using the pink. So each item has some of each color. The second color here is, oh, I'm sorry, I don't think I told you the color of the first one. This is Warm Blush. So it's Yarn Bee Romantique. If I can turn it around. And the color is, you can see it, Warm Blush. I think they have it on the website too, but I'm not positive. And oh gosh, it's fuzzy and soft. And this is, it's a little different. This is Yarn Bee Creatively Colorful. And it doesn't have that fuzziness to it. But it complements this pink so well in colors. And it being the scarf, it doesn't matter. It's going to make a nice scarf. So this is the Yarn Bee Colorful, Creatively Colorful. And it is, let me read here. It's 100% acrylic, 130 yards, 3.5 ounces. It wants a 6.5 millimeter K-10.5 size hook. And it is, I'm thinking it's a bulky 5, but it, oh, it is. It's a bulky 5. I don't know if my phone will focus to show you this. I don't know what my phone is showing you. I'll find out later. So yeah, those are the two that I'm making the hat and scarf from. And this says it was originally $5.99. I think I paid $3 and some change for it. And there was a sale. They had a buy two get one free, and also they had 30% off. So I got one skein of this and two skeins of this at 30% off, and I got one of these pinks as the free one. So that was a really good deal. And that was at Hobby Lobby. So I don't think there's anything else in this project bag. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't tell you the colorway of this one. The colorway is Rose Stone. So the other one is Rose Blush, and this is Rose Stone. And yeah, I guess it sort of does have that stone rock look to it. But I thought the color in this complements this really nicely. And it's a dream to work with. It really is. I thought it was going to be a nightmare. The only thing about the Rose Blush is if you have to frog, forget it. I guess because it's so fuzzy that the little fuzzy things just interlock. I can't even describe it. But frogging is a nightmare. But if you're someone that's good or you don't mind really slowly unfrogging, then it's a great yarn. So yeah, that's what's in my project bags, except for the sweater, which I will get next time. And the other thing I want to do next time is reposition myself in my craft room. Spirit, stop. Oh, sorry, my dog is getting into this blanket here. Because I want to be able to show you guys my stash, which isn't amazing, but it's something, and show you kind of how I get around and my little setup here with got my little wheelchair. You can see my little control pad, and let's see, what else can I show you? I don't know if I could show you much of my feet. See my feet? There they are. And my little headrest. Now this is my wheels. I think I can show you the wheels. No, maybe not. I'm gonna make y'all seasick. You'll be one live stream with me, and you'll need a trip to the doctor from seasickness. So yeah, I want to do a live feed in the day and put myself in my craft room and show you all my stash, and have you help me pick out the contents of my first but not last giveaway. Definitely the yarn I showed you, the meandering yarn from Loops and Threads. I'm going to include 5 skeins of one color of that, whatever majority picks for the color. I will put pictures up and the name of all the yarn colors that I have. And then probably, I don't know, I'm not sure. Maybe 25 skeins. I just got my first 100 subscribers. I know it's not a big deal, but to me it is. I'm proud because this is something I've been wanting to do for a long time, and it's difficult. My situation is difficult, so I stalled and stalled, but I decided that things for me aren't going to get any better, and if I don't do it now, I never will. And even if I never teach anybody anything, I can learn. And you all are so talented. There's so many of you that are just amazing. I look at your web pages and I look at your patterns and I look at your Etsy stores and Ravelry sites and Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, and I'm just so impressed by what I see. So it's not just about sharing and teaching. I want to learn, and I know the audience that I attract here is going to help me do that. And I also want to get to know some of you. Not have a 500,000 subscribers with the comments flying by so fast that I can't possibly read them. Although right now I can't read them because I'm on my phone and it is just too small for me to see. I'm sorry. Main cat wants to say hello again. Max, he's going back to start trouble with the dog. Look at him. Look at the little turkey. He just doesn't know his limits. Max, what'd you do to my blanket, Max? Oh boy. So yeah, I want to do that. And one idea I had, not quite sure how to do this yet, but one idea I had, so I have a Pinterest account, and I'll put a link to that. And I have several hundred boards on my Pinterest account, and probably 200 or 300 of those are crochet boards with, like, each board has its own subcategory. I have a board of hats and a board of dishcloths and socks, slippers, whatever it might be, blankets. And one of them are video stitch tutorials. And they, on that board, are hundreds, maybe hundreds is too much. Maybe right now 150 different links to YouTube video tutorials of how to do that stitch. Stitches that are, not the everyday double crochet, half double crochet. And I want to kind of do something like a crochet along or a stitch along, learn along, whatever you want to call it. I want to put up an announcement in advance that, hey, for this week, let's work on this stitch. And whoever's interested can go to YouTube. I'll put up the link and click on the tutorial. And I want to figure out a way where each one of us can, be looking at our own device, or maybe I can figure out to do a split screen on my computer because I'll have to sit at my computer for this. And we can all learn to stitch at once. None of them are stitches that I've done before. And, I'll put it up like a week in advance. We can get our yarn ready and our hooks ready. Of course, whatever yarn and hook it is you want to use. And we can do the stitch and laugh and mess up and laugh some more and mess up some more because I'm good at that, and learn a new stitch, hopefully. Maybe we're going to hate it, and maybe we'll say never ever again, and maybe it'll be a lot of fun, but I'm not sure how you can look at me during a live feed if you're looking at a website watching a video demonstration. So I may have to involve my phone and my computer in it, but I am going to figure it out because it's not something I've seen on any other YouTube channel. And I think it would be a lot of fun. I know there's a lot of people out there that they go on YouTube to learn new stitches, and myself included. I'm self-taught. And I think it would be a lot of fun if we could do it as a group. And I have seen live feeds where there's like 2 or 3 hosts on a live feed. So if a screen can be split to have 3 people on the screen, I think it can be split to have, say, me and one side and the tutorial playing on the other side. Um, I'll look into it, but that's just one thing I had in mind for my channel. And um, if that doesn't work out, I can maybe put up a link for the Stitch and each person can try it on their own time and then we can discuss it here. We liked it, we hated it, and it didn't work. This is what I made with it. I'm not sure. Leave me comments, folks. Leave me comments under this video if you like the idea of like learn a stitch sort of thing. And if you have any ideas on the best way to do that or how you would like to see it done, I would love your feedback on that. And the other thing, I get lots of yarn and crochet catalogs. If it exists, I get it in the mail. And on Glenda of Creative Grandma, she one time went through, I think it was the Willow Yarns catalog. It was on one of her recent live streams. And I loved it. It was like, it reminded me of when I was in school as a little kid, and a teacher would, read a book to the class and then hold it outward to show you the pages. And it was so much fun. Like you'd all be looking at it and it was great. But then when you had to get a reading assignment and go home and do it, it was like, I don't want to do this. At least I hated reading. So I want to maybe like, page by page go through yarn catalogs and, show the newest yarns and, we can all say what we like or don't like about them. And I would like to be able to do that. I do get most of the well-known crochet magazines. I know I can't show the patterns in them because, it is a purchase subscription and that would be a copyright violation. But I don't think there's any problem with me showing like the images on the page. Like this, okay, this is, let me see. I think I have one here somewhere. Oh, I do. Hold on. I gotta reach. Like, I can show perhaps like the front cover. So this is the Crochet World I just got. So I can show the front cover and then just kind of go through it and let's see if you can see it and highlight some of the patterns that are in it without showing you the pattern itself. And, you can decide if you want to go out and buy the magazine or not. So this is Crochet World, February 2020. And it says here, if you can see it, probably not, stupid phone, display until February 24th, 2020. So, magazines come like a month before they're dated. So if we go through a magazine and you all see something that you like from the picture, you can go out and buy the magazine. And sorry, the light is obnoxious. And if not, then you don't. Let me look here. Actually, let me see if I can show you anything from this one. Let's see. This here is on the inside of the front cover. Sorry for the glare, folks. Next time I'm going to be in the other room. I think this is a really pretty shirt. And it says, let's see what it says. Plymouth Yarn Company Electrolyte 75% SW Superwash? I think Superwash. Merino wool, 20% nylon, 5% Lurex, whatever that is. So this is a yarn advertisement, and I think the sweater is just showing something that can be made from the yarn. And it says 425 yards of sumptuous superwash merino wool Nylon and Lurex come together to add instant elegance to any projects. Debuting in 12 Z-Electric with a Z shades to spark creativity. And yeah, that would spark creativity. I think ripping my magazine, I'm a mess. Hot mess. It's okay. I think the model is beautiful. This shirt I love. So who knows? Maybe on Plymouth Yarns they have the pattern for that. I'm not sure. And over here, you can see it. It looks like they're targeting for Valentine's Day. There's this adorable little headband. And you have some, looks like Valentine's themed coasters. And down here, a rug with a little dog on it. It's adorable. So, of course, because it's a magazine for February, it's going to have Valentine's Day things on it. And then in it, there's a sweater, this woman's sweater here, and it says size to 3X. And I think that's really good because a lot of the crochet patterns, the designers who write them, they're really slim. They're in really good shape, and the sizes are like small, smaller, and smallest. And forget it. If you're not someone that is experienced with modifying a pattern, I'm not. So if I see something that doesn't have the size that I wear, I can't figure out how to make it fit me. So it's nice that they have it up to 3X. And then there's this here is called Silk Wave Shawl. And let's try to get the glare out. I really like the look of that. It almost looks like the feather and fan stitch. Let's see if I can get it to focus. You know, it looks a little bit like the blanket I showed you earlier with the Deborah Norville, the cotton silk. That to me, let me see what it says. It says it uses darn good yarn, lace weight, silk, superfine, #1 fingerling weight. Now, let me show you that again without the light glare, hopefully. That to me does not look like a #1 fingerling weight. Oh, I can't get the glare out. It looks to me like a heavier weight yarn. That's just me. Let me see. This is really cute. I gotta show you all this. I'll always love you. And it's looks like it's just a little amigurumi owl in the shape of a heart with big eyes. Now that's really cute. I'm not an amigurumi person, but that's just darn cute. Let me see what else we got. So this is the headband, little girl's headband. Of course, you could make it in any color. It could be for a girl or a boy. There's no gender lines anymore. Or an adult, actually. That would be adorable on Valentine's Day, even for an adult. And it looks like the hearts are actually buttons that are sewed on. They're not sewed hearts. And then we have this coaster, which, if you can see, has little hearts in it, and it's called the With Love coaster. And it, if I can read backwards, it says it takes the Aunt Lydia's. Nope, I can't read backwards. Aunt Lydia's Fashion Crochet size 3. I can't use the crochet yarn. My eyes are not good, even with glasses. Not good enough for me to work with crochet yarn, or rather thread, but I love the look of things that are made with it. And then we have this for a baby. It's called My Sweetheart Set. He has this beautiful little baby on this blanket with the hat and the little diaper cover. It's all in white or looks like a cream color, ecru. I think I would do it maybe the blanket in red with the hearts in pink, or the blanket in pink and the hearts in red, or maybe white. I think all white. I like it, but I would love to see it with some color. So that's in this edition as well. And here's another picture of it. I love anything with babies. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is the rug with the dog. It's a Valentine's rug. And this takes, it's called the Big Hearts rug. This takes the Bernat Pop, super bulky, super chunky. Now that's exactly what it says. Bernat Pop, bulky, super chunky yarn. Well, that's a mouthful. I've never heard of bulky, super chunky yarn. That may be a typo. I'm familiar with Bernat Pop, and I have some, but I don't have super bulky, super chunky. Say that 3 times fast. And this is really cute. This is a bag, a handbag, shoulder bag. You can all see that there. I don't know if you can. I can barely see it, and it's called Heartbeat Tote. And that is made using drops. I don't have any drops yarn. Oh, hold on, something happened. Sorry. Drops Paris worsted weight cotton yarns, number 4. So I would think any cotton yarn would work for that. And then there is another coaster, and it is called Victorian Valentine. This uses the crochet thread. This is really pretty. So for anybody that, likes to do thread work, and there's a pattern for that in here. And heartwarming microwave bowl cozy. You can see the bowl cozy here. You put your soup bowl in the center before you put it in the microwave so it's not hot when you take it out. I love the colors, but I don't know that I would make it just to put it in my microwave, which is broken right now. And this just uses the Lily Sugar and Cream yarn, so that would not be too difficult to do. And then there's the Heart Harmony hot pad. This is using the Shipja's Katona Superfine. Now this also recalls for a fingerling number 1 yarn. And I don't know why, but these patterns calling for a number 1 weight yarn, to me, it could just be my bad eyes. They don't look like a number 1. I accidentally bought a cake of number 1 yarn, and oh my gosh, it's so thin. I can't do anything with it. Maybe it goes in a giveaway. And then this is Textured Shells Scarf. Now this I think is really pretty, and it would be pretty in many colors. You see that? It has the fringes down here, and the pattern is sort of a shell pattern, shell stitch. If I could get the glare out. So that's that, and the yarn in that is Barraco or Barraco. Not familiar with it. Barraco Vintage Medium Weight Acrylic. It's a number 4 acrylic yarn. And then there's a hat. Northwoods hat. I'm not a big hat person, but I do like that pattern. And let's see, winter warmer wrap. This is kind of like a cardigan or shawl. Not really sure what you would call it. A wrap, as the designer called it, in red. That would be nice in many different colors too. I think in a turquoise or aqua blue, that would be really pretty. I like that it has pockets in it. I really like the pockets. And that calls for Cascade 220 Super Wash Aran medium worsted weight and number 4 yarn. I don't think there's any more oh, there is one more thing in here. So this is the Cable Play Afghan. And it's just a very pretty Afghan with a lot of cable work. I like it. It's not red. Seems like Valentine's. Everything was red, but it's got a lot of cable work. I don't know about you, but I'm still a little bit intimidated by cables. I've done a little bit. I know it's just a lot of front post and back post crochets, but I see some of these patterns that have cables up and down and twisting and zigzagging out of each other, going all over the place, and I just get intimidated. And instead of trying it, well, that's an advertisement. Instead of trying it, I just get intimidated. Now, okay, this is interesting because this blanket here, you can see this here. It's called Northern Lights Throw. And the reason I say it's interesting is Hirschner's has a yarn kit on their website called the Northern Lights Throw. It's completely different than this. It's a different designer. It's different yarn. It's a different pattern. And the Hirschner's version of it, the reason it's called Northern Lights is it looks just like the colors of the Northern Lights, the Aurora Borealis lights. And it has all the hues going from the lightest to darkest, and then from the darkest to the lightest again. And it looks nothing like this, but they have the exact same name. So I guess that's just one of those things that happened. This is the Easy Blanket Weave Throw. Now see, this is cables because the blanket stitch, or I'm sorry, the basket weave stitch is just front post and back post. But yeah, that looks intimidating to me. I'm sure if I tried it, I could do it. And it's really pretty. I like the look of it. I just haven't done it. This is the Textured Panels Throw. That, I like it. I don't know. It's not my favorite ever, but it's clearly extremely talented, whoever designed it. Even if I don't necessarily like something, I can still appreciate the talent that went into designing. And this is a doily, and it calls for a number 0 weight lace yarn. I didn't know there was a number 0. It does say, if you can see there, 0 lace, and this is the doily in 3 different colors. You got a variegated and a combination of blue and then a white or cream. It's pretty. I would, hold on. Sorry, I couldn't do that again. Then one thing I did like in this edition of the magazine, they have something called Color It Your Way, and it has a Very simple color wheel. And then this, I can't zoom in on it and show you again because it's copyrighted, but it shows you, it gives the different definitions of color combinations, and then it shows some pictures on what they mean and examples of it. And that's an area where I struggle. I could have, if I had 1,000 skeins of yarn of every color, and then I had to pick ones that go together, I'm clueless. I just don't have a natural, whatever the word is, I just don't have that natural color combining ability. Like some people can say, oh, that would go perfect with this. And then when I look at it, yeah, it does. But I didn't see that. I have terrible time picking out colors. I mean, my walls in my house, this room needs to be really painted, but it's just sort of a off-white, almost gold. I hate it. I absolutely hate it, but I'm terrible. And then this here ponytail beanie, I like that pattern. My hair's too short for a ponytail beanie, but I really like the pattern. I like the pink too. I love pink. Oh, and next time I do a live, I have to show you all 2 little books I got for Christmas to keep track of yarn, of whips rather. So, and this is the summary page. It just kind of shows all the things. So I didn't plan on going through this, but I did. So that's one thing I thought I could do, is just not just with magazines, but with catalogs, just kind of like go through them, show you what's there, because we can't all afford to run out and buy every yarn that comes out. If you can, I want to be you. And if you can't, you're like me and you can just look at it and be in awe of it. And hopefully one day you'll get it, or maybe not, because it seems these days new yarns and new colors are coming out so fast, and they discontinue them before I ever even get into a store to be able to buy them or feel them. I do a lot of online shopping, not a lot. By a lot, I mean versus going in the store, because I have to get the paratransit van to take me anywhere because of my wheelchair. But so ordering online is for me the easiest way. But I like to do that only if it's a yarn that I have felt in the store before, because you can look at something online, but it doesn't tell you what it really feels like. Like I've seen pictures of yarn, and I'm sure you all have too, where it looks just so soft. And you get it and it's like hard, or it's scratchy, or it just somehow feels really different than you imagined. I have some cotton yarn, and I can't remember. It's not the sugar and cream or anything like that. I think it came from Hirschner's, and it feels like it's crunchy. I'm trying to describe. It feels like someone spilt a cup of milk on the yarn and then let it dry. Like, I know that's a really strange analogy, but having raised 2 kids, I know kind of what that feels like. But it, like, if I crunch it, you can hear it crackle, and it's cotton yarn, and I'll get it out for the next live stream. It feels awful. I haven't made anything with it yet. I mean, it's like if you bend it, it'll keep that bent shape, which is really weird for cotton yarn. I've never seen anything like it before. And I can't remember the name. I do remember I got it through Hirschner's. And I'll show it to you next time. But that's a good example of, I saw it online. I think it was on clearance, I'm pretty sure. And I ordered it. And then when I got it, I was like, oh my God, this just feels awful. And it may soften up once it's washed. And probably what I'll do is wash it before I make anything with it. Because I don't want to put the effort into it if it's not gonna soften up. But I'm gonna get a drink here. Hold on. This is Stu Leonard's Black Cherry Soda. Oh, I love black cherry soda. This is great soda. I know I shouldn't be drinking soda. I have bottles of water there, but this soda is just so good. Um, but yeah, it was nothing like what it looked like. You know, the picture looked soft and drapey and just like most cotton yarn is. And it I couldn't believe it when it crunched. And it squeaks. It has that when you're putting your hook through it. I know you've all experienced it, or most of you have, like yarn that like squeaks when you put a hook through it. And not just aluminum hooks, even like the bamboo hooks. So I really like to feel yarn and touch it before I buy it online in case it's a disappointment because it's such a hassle returning things. I mean, most companies are good, but it's still a pain in the butt. So I'm going to try to turn my phone here for a minute because I want to be able to see some of the comments or questions if there's any. And the way I have it orientated right now, I can't. So I may disappear. Let's see. Well, let's see. I may disappear here for a minute, folks. I promise next time I do this, I will have my computer set up. So let's see. I think I've said, let's see, who is here? I've already said hello to most of you. And Chronically Crocheting, thank you for offering your support. I know you left, but thank you. If you watch this later, thank you. Chronically Crocheting is someone that's been commenting or communicating with me through my the comments on my YouTube videos, and what wonderful comments I've gotten. And Carol Beck, you said that it was your favorite colors. You'll have to leave me a detailed comment underneath it to tell me what your favorite colors are. And Savage Knits said, my fur babies are beautiful. Thank you. They're not all in here right now. My cats are, most of them are shy. Um, let's see. And Amanda. So yellow and teal are very pretty together, Carol Beck said. And, you know, that's a good example. It's absolutely correct. Yellow and teal are beautiful together. And from looking at this color wheel in this magazine, that is called, well, I may say this wrong, analogous, ANALOGOUS. And it says colors that are next to each other on the color wheel, such as yellow and orange or green and yellow. And you know, that's a perfect example. You know, yellow and green or yellow and orange, to me they wouldn't look good together, but then when I see them in my hand, it's like, wow, that's a great combination. Or if I see something someone else made, it's so pretty, but I just can't pick colors. Maybe someone can give me some tips on how to do that better. Let's see. Sherry, addicted to my crocheting. Hi, Sherry. Thank you for coming in here. I went through my whips and I went through some recent yarn acquisitions. I have one more box of yarn, not box full, but a couple of skeins of yarn coming from Hirschner's. I think it's going to be here this Sunday, so I'll be sharing that with you too. And let's see. Okay, Carol, thank you. I know you're gone, but thank you for joining me. And Savage Knits has left, and sorry, I'm just reading through these comments to see. what I might have missed. Yeah, that yarn at a great price. That was a great price. Anything that started off as $8 and got down to $2 is for quality yarn is a great price. And that's usually when I buy because it's, I'm on a fixed income and that's about the only time I can afford to buy. So, well, okay. I'm going to leave it up to you here. If do you have any questions for me? Has anybody who is watching right now heard about the confusion that's going on with the hacker that was on the channel of Lori's Crochet Corner? Um, it's now changed. It's now Lori's Crochet Corner 2 because her channel had gotten hacked and YouTube had to completely take it down. Fortunately, they were able to get her AdSense money back and all of her subscribers back, but it was pretty much a nightmare. And I put up a video because the person I believe hacked her original channel tried to hack me. And I'm not going to give you all the details on this live stream because I don't want to go back into all that. But if you go to my YouTube channel, there's only 2 videos prior to this one. One of them is my intro because I am new, and one of them is about what happened with this hacker. And so this person who I think is Lori's hacker, I can't prove that, but someone had contacted me and I looked at their channel information. They had no content, no subscribers, and they weren't subscribed to anything. No name, no profile picture. And that looked a little bit suspicious to me. And the person said to me that they were just looking for a friend. And I'm thinking, okay, this is a crochet channel. It was a man's name. And you're just looking for a friend. And whenever you see someone on YouTube, if you click their little profile thumbnail, you can say go to channel. It'll give you the option of go to channel. And then you can see say this is a crochet channel. If the person has crochet videos up, or even if they haven't done any of their own videos, do they have playlists, showing that they are interested in crochet or knitting or fiber arts of any kind. And when someone has nothing, no watch history, no playlist, no content, no subscribers, it's a big red flag. A lot of YouTube channels, as I learned, or rather, a lot of hackers will create YouTube channels just to get a YouTube account, and then they use their criminal knowledge to hack people. And this one particular person, again, watch the video for all the details, but tried to communicate with me. And I said, I don't want to be rude and inconsiderate to the channel owner. So if you want to talk to me, we're going to talk through email. And I gave this person an email address that I have only for the purpose of like junk mail. I think most of us have that. We have our primary that we share with our friends and family and, important people. And then we have one that we give out for junk, or at least I recommend that everybody have one. And um, right away, this person started telling me that, they identified themselves as someone very famous, a multimillionaire working as a captain of a ship for the biggest freight shipping company in the world. And while this person was emailing me, I took a screenshot of the thumbnail picture the person was using as their profile picture. And I um, cropped the screenshot on my phone and made it big, like screen size big. And then I went into Google Images And you can do reverse image search. You can do it from mobile too. And I uploaded the video. I'm sorry, I uploaded the image, and right away came up, if you see this photo, it's a scam. Apparently, this captain of this freight shipping company that's in 117 countries has had his photos stolen and are being used by countless hackers. Just, I don't even know how many. Um, but I realized at that point this person was a hacker. So I kept using my spam account to communicate to, to to let this person believe that I was actually interested in talking with him enough to get the information I thought would be relevant to turn over and get this person taken off YouTube and hopefully off the internet. Um, so I did that. Um, and in fact, it's a long story. Some of it I can't give the details because there's actually an ongoing criminal investigation. But I found out that this person hacked at least 100 YouTube channels, probably more, and was trying to hack me, was trying to get into my bank account, trying to get into my credit card, or trying to put a charge through, all through just a spam email address, unsuccessfully, because I have my stuff locked down tight. I've been hacked before, and lesson learned, I make sure that's never going to happen again. Um, so I reported this person to several different organizations, um, and the person the person responsible for doing this is no longer on YouTube and no longer going to be hacking anybody. There's plenty of other hackers out there, though, so never ever feel safe. That's maybe a poor choice of words. Feel safe, but be careful. Don't post your real email address that, you don't want everybody in the world to have right on your screen name. Get a secondary email address and use it for people that you're unsure of or uncertain about. And, don't put your physical street address out there, of course. But anyway, I had contacted Lori, the owner of Lori's Crochet Corner, and now it's Lori's Crochet Corner too. And I explained to her, actually, it was one of her live streams, and I said, Lori, I think I found your hacker. I at least found a hacker who was trying to communicate with me during one of your live streams, because that's where this conversation began with this person. And I said, I don't know if he is the hacker of your first channel, but he probably was going to try to hack your current channel because he was on there, and I took him down. He's gone essentially. And she asked me. She said, "Oh, thank you so much." And there's a video up there you can watch to verify all this, from Lori. And she thanked me, and she said, "Tell me what happened." And I said, "Well, I'll have to email you because some of it is still being investigated by authorities. There was federal authorities. There were some local authorities in my area because it was, my identity was being threatened. And the Maverick cruise ship, or the Maverick freight line, also is involved in this because that is where the legitimate captain works. And that's the person whose pictures were being used by this scumbag hacker. So I had put together a slideshow. I was going to put it up on YouTube. I since have put it up on YouTube to let everybody know what transpired. So Lori asked me, can you email me? She asked me initially, tell me what happened. And I said, I don't want to give the details out on your live feed. It's complicated, it's lengthy, and it's more than a lot of these people are interested in hearing. So I'll email you. What is your email address? And she shared that with me. So I emailed her and I said, hi, this is Lisa. And I said, this is what the first of what's going to be 10 emails. I said, there's 9 slides in the slideshow I created, and I'm going to take each slide and do a screenshot of it and make it, that'll create an image of it. I said, because of the size, I don't know how to compress the images. Because of the size of each image, I'm only going to be able to attach one image per email. So you're going to see 9 additional emails. Each one will have an image, which will ultimately be the slideshow I put on YouTube. And so I did that, and then I sent her that introductory email, and then I sent 9 more, and in the subject line I put email 1 of 9, 2 of 9, etc. And I don't know what happened from there. I tried to, so I think most of you know Tracy from Crochet Rocks in the UK. If you don't, you should. She's an amazing person. I just adore her. And I've been a moderator on her channel for a while now, and I consider her a friend. And I tried to join in on one of her live streams. I try to get in on all of them because they're always so hilarious. And I couldn't. As soon as I typed anything and hit enter, my words would just disappear as if I didn't type anything at all. So it was pretty frustrating. It happened 2 times. And then I tried to get it on a live stream from Granny D. I don't know if you know who Granny D is, but she's another YouTube host and also talented. And then Madonna, also same thing. I couldn't get in on any of the live streams. Like my words would disappear instead of going up on the screen. And I said, well, this is happening to everything. So this is clearly a YouTube technical difficulty. If it was just one person, I would think, well, I got blocked, even though all of those people are my, you know, social media friends per se, but it was everybody. So I emailed Tracy from Crochet Rocks and I said, hey, I don't know what's going on. I've been trying to contact you. I had just mailed Tracy a nice gift for her birthday because her birthday's in a couple weeks. And I had been waiting for her to get it. And I said, you know, you're going to be getting a package from me any day now. And I'm hoping you can open it live because I put something really funny in there on the card. And I said, but I can't get it on your live feeds. I don't know what's going on. And she answered me, and I was shocked. I was literally shocked. She said, Lisa, yes, I did block you. I don't know if you watched the last live stream from Lori at Lori's Crochet Corner too, but she's adamant that you're her hacker. I was floored. I was just floored. She said she got 10 emails from you, and 9 of them had images attached, and she didn't dare open any of the attachments because she thought they were all viruses, and she didn't know you very well. And to get 10 emails from you all in a row, she's adamant that you were her hacker. So she notified all of us in the crochet community, and to be safe, yes, I blocked you, and I think you're going to find you've been blocked on many channels. I was just like, oh my God. I mean, I tried to do the right thing with this person that was just a piece of garbage and, you know, hacked at least 100 people. He has been arrested. He was, you know, identified. He's not on YouTube anymore. There's still hackers out there. This person isn't. But apparently Lori from, you know, Lori's Crochet Corner 2 contacted people, other crochet channel, YouTube crochet channel hosts, and said that me, was the hacker, and that everybody should block me. I was floored. I was absolutely floored. So at that point is when I decided to upload the video. I did a slideshow about this person that I hacked, but some of the details were still being verified by the authorities. So I didn't want to say too much too soon and screw up their investigation. So I didn't upload it right away. And that's what I said to Lori in the first email. I said, this slideshow is not up yet. I'm a little reluctant to release it until I hear that it's okay. So I'm going to send it to you in image format. And I don't know what happened, but she didn't open the attachments, but freaked out by getting all those emails from me and said on her live stream that I was her hacker. Oh my God. I wish. No, I don't wish. I mean, I wish I had the money that hacker got from God knows how many people. And I said, oh my goodness. I mean, I'm just trying to do my little part in the crochet community to learn. I'm disabled. I'm in a wheelchair. I have been since 2003. And, I taught myself to crochet in the hospital. And, I saw this hacker and I got a conversation going with him to get the information I could get to turn it over. And I'm glad I did because he's gone now. But unfortunately, one person who has a pretty big presence in the crochet community said, Lisa's the hacker. Oh gosh. And everybody just reacted to it. It was like a panic situation, and apparently there's multiple channels that I got blocked on. So I emailed Tracy and I explained to her, and fortunately I've gotten to know if there's anything controversial, I take screen captures of it. So during Lori's live stream, when she said, "Can you email me the information? Here's my email address." I did have a screen capture of that. Um, and I had done screen captures of all my emails with this person that turned out to be the hacker. So I sent Tracy everything and I said, here is the live stream of Lori asking me to email her and her giving me her email address. And then I forwarded her the first email saying that this is the first of 10. The other 9 are going to be captures of the 9 slideshow that I put together. And I'm not sure why Lori reacted or overreacted the way she did. Tracy's reply to me is, well, the first thing I would have done was reached out to YouTube and gotten them involved. And I said, well, I did that. And what they told me basically is, if Lori accused me of being a hacker or, anything like that, and she said it in comments under one of my videos, in comments under her video, or live in her video, it's like defamation of character, and they would actually suspend her channel. And I don't want to do that to her. I mean, this poor woman got hacked by some scumbag. I can't prove that the person that tried to hack me that was on her new channel is or was responsible for hacking her first channel, but I did get rid of that person and it backfired on me. She asked me for emails and, I sent her the images because I didn't want to just explain it to her. I wanted to show her. And she never opened any of the attachments, just got panicked by them. And then said I'm the hacker. So I was like, oh my gosh, this whole thing just blew up in my face. Like, I'm the innocent one. I'm the person that tried to keep myself and a lot of other people from, getting harmed by these people. And somehow I got labeled as the hacker. And I was crying. I was literally crying. Like, okay, I've got these people who think I'm a hacker. So I didn't know what to do. So I just decided, you know what? I can't prove I didn't do something that I didn't do. I don't have pictures of me not hacking. I don't have a video of me not hacking. How do you prove what you didn't do? So I just said to Tracy, I said, I hope you get your birthday gift and you enjoy it. I've sent you copies of everything up to this point. Lori owes me an apology. She doesn't need to be a public apology, but she needs to realize that I was helping her, not hurting her. And I don't know what channels may have blocked me. I haven't been on a lot of live streams lately because I really thought it was a technical problem that I couldn't get on Tracy's channel. So I wasn't going on other live streams. But so that's what happened. So if any of you know Lori of Lori's Crochet Corner 2 and Tracy from Crochet Rocks and Madonna and Granny D. Lori apparently spread word that I am a hacker. Well, I'm the farthest thing from a hacker there ever was. And it's just sad that this happened. It's like the guilty one, well, in this case, the guilty one got caught. Normally they don't, but the innocent person that tried to help got accused of being the bad guy. And I was just a little bit shocked. And I said to Tracy, Tracy, I've given you my complete name, my home address, my phone number, my personal email address. I just sent you a birthday present. Now, I'm in the United States. She lives in England, so it's not cheap for the postage. I said, if I was the hacker, why on earth did I just send you a birthday gift? I don't think that's hacker behavior. And I said, there's nothing more I can do to prove what I didn't do. You can't prove that other than what I've supplied to you. So I'm waiting to see. Like I said, YouTube's only said that, if Lori in fact said this, and she did, all I can do is have her channel taken down. And I don't need to do that to her. She's an older person. She recently had a stroke, and her daughter actually got a hold of me. Her daughter left a comment on my YouTube channel. She introduced herself and she said, I'm the eyes and ears behind my mother's channel. My mom had a stroke and my mom's having some other issues right now. And, please be patient. And, well, there's one thing about being patient. There's another thing that this person went on, into the community and outwardly said this person with this YouTube channel with this email address is a hacker and you should block them from your site. That's more than requiring patience. And, I'm just hoping at this point that, Lori can contact the same people and say it was a big misunderstanding. I overreacted when I saw that many emails, even though she asked me for the emails, and her live stream is still up there. You can replay lives. I'll put the link below this feed. I'll even put the minute stamp so you can go exactly to it, where I told her about it. She clapped her hands. She said, yay, congratulations. Here's my email address. Tell me what happened. And then from there, it blew up in my face. So I just wanted to get that out there. I know a lot of you weren't even aware of it. Oh, sorry. But maybe some of you who are here are going to hear about it. And I just wanted to make sure that I, get that out there. But you can look at the video I put up. Everything I did, there's a screenshot of it. And I turned it into a slideshow. And then I made it into a video. Not very good. I really don't do anything with videos or movies. And my phone doesn't have a lot of capacity as far as editing abilities, but I did the best that I knew how to do. And so that's what happened. It backfired. So, no, I'm not a hacker. I've had my identity stolen. I've had my bank account stolen. I had my driver's license, or the picture from my driver's license, used to open a loan. When my bank account got hacked, there were 2 first-class tickets from Nigeria to Paris, France purchased. I've never been out of the country in my life, well, except to Canada. And someone from Nigeria went to Paris first class on my dime. So, I mean, I know about being hacked. I know how hard it was to get that money back. It overdrafted my bank, of course. I'm only on Social Security, so there's never that much money in there. Because my mortgage check to bounce, I literally couldn't even get food for my animals. And I was so I felt violated, just violated. This person just, it's not like they were bleeding and needed to buy bandages, or, they were starving and they bought a loaf of bread. They bought first class tickets internationally on my dime. and made a credit card and a loan in my name, and that was just so violating to me that I learned what I could about internet safety and internet security and what to look for as far as red flags. And when I saw this on Lori's new channel, I said, "Oh, it just every red flag, everything I read and learned went up." And I acted on it, and I'm glad I did because my intuition was right. And well, then I became the hacker because I sent her the email she requested. So I don't want to stay idle on this. I just wanted to explain it in case you have heard of it, of this situation. And if not, you probably will, or hopefully not. And, I wanted to explain to those that are here what is going on with that. So um, that's enough of that. And I thank y'all who are here for being so patient with me. This is my first live stream. Never done it before. I wasn't prepared. Let's see. My other doggy wanted to say hello, but he's sleeping now. Look at this mess. Come on. Papa. That's my service dog. She's a certified service dog, not just a wannabe service dog. Well, the baby girl sleeping, huh? Oh, she's like, oh no, is it time to work? She's sleeping in my yarn. Look, and the kitty's up there, of course. Um, so this is my first live stream. I wasn't quite sure where to position my wheelchair or what to have with me. Like I said, next time I'm going to announce in advance what time I'll be on, so those who are interested can, prepare if they wish to. And I'm going to have everything I want to show with me because I don't want to have to wheel around and get it. And I'm also going to read the comments under this video to see what recommendations or suggestions, changes that any of you here tonight might want. And I'm going to try to get a camera for my computer. I do have a real computer, but it's a dinosaur. It's like in computer years, it's pretty much extinct, but it still works, and I should be able to get a camera for it, and that way I can see the screen and the comments, and it shouldn't be too difficult to do. And my computer is in the room with all my yarn, so I can show you all everything else, behind me, and there's room in there for me to roll around in my chair and show you different things that you might be interested in seeing. So that's that. If you all, unless anybody has any questions, anything they want to ask me or see or share, I'll say good night to you all. I really appreciate everybody who came showing up, because this whole situation with, you know, being accused of doing something, first off, I wouldn't have a clue in the world how to hack somebody. I don't have an evil bone. I mean, I'm 52 years old. I will be 53 in June. I've never even had a parking ticket in my life. Literally, I've never had a parking ticket, no speeding tickets. I've never been arrested. I've never been charged with any crime. I'm like the most boring person there is. Really. I live alone except for my animals. And it was only because I got my identity compromised and had such a hardship with my finances after my bank account got drawn that I took it upon myself to learn some internet safety. And the town where I live in here in Connecticut, once a month they actually have a class at the town hall that residents can go to for free, where they teach internet safety skills, which I think is a great idea, and I wish more people did it. Um, so that's how I learned how to identify a hacker, but that doesn't mean I know how to be a hacker. I have no idea how to get into my own darn computer half the time. Oh my God, I forget passwords, and oh, I'm just, technology and me are not very good friends. But so knowing how to spot a bad guy isn't the same as being a bad guy, or girl in this case. So it was very hurtful. And I'm, That's why I decided to do a live stream. Well, that and everything else. And just to clear up anything before you might even hear about it. And, if you know people that have mentioned it or, have said something, if you could please explain what you've learned from me tonight. And hopefully I can get back, you know, the friends that I think I lost in this, which is really sad. Again, criminals should be treated like criminals, and the innocent should be thanked, not accused. So let me turn my screen sideways, see if there's any more comments here. Um, let's see. Let's see. Did I block him? Sherry, I didn't have to block him. He is in jail. Actually, this person had a federal warrant out, one that I know of. There may have been more than one. Um, so he didn't need to be blocked because he is now, well, I don't know if he's incarcerated or just showing in county jail. Um, oh, Carol, I'm sorry. Yeah, see that's what I've learned about these hackers. Uh-oh, what happened? Hold on, I'm not gone. Um, these hackers, it seems, they prey upon people who are vulnerable. In my case, I had mentioned on a live stream, I think it was Creative Grandma. I think it was Creative Grandma. I had mentioned, that it's very difficult crocheting when you're disabled, or I guess it depends on your disability. But I have glaucoma. I'm almost legally blind. I have rheumatoid arthritis in my hands, so that makes it hard, using the hook. And I'm confined to a chair, so it makes it hard to have room to really work on big projects. And I think this particular person, because one of the comments he said to me was, what is your email address? No, I'm sorry. He said, what is your PayPal email address? That was a big red flag. And I said, I'm sorry, I don't have PayPal. I do have PayPal, but if someone gets your PayPal address, your life as you know it is over because they have everything they need to duplicate your identity. And he said, well, I heard about your situation and I want to send you money. Now, why would a complete stranger who first pretended to be someone that crochets or does fiber arts go from, saying, oh, I'm just looking for a new friend, to then telling me I'm the captain of the biggest freight shipping company in the world, to telling me I just want to send you money. I mean, he didn't know me other than 20 seconds of talking to me. So, that was a huge flag. And, I didn't give him my PayPal address, but why? I mean, as soon as I heard that, it was shocking. But, I learned that people who are, the elderly, people who may have mental disabilities or mental handicaps such as autism or other mental health problems that may not understand things as well as someone with a clear mind or a fully functioning mind. I hope that didn't sound offensive. I didn't mean it to, but someone that doesn't have any, isn't incapacitated, they get taken advantage of. My nephew, who unfortunately passed away last year, he was only 35, but he was born disabled, and he never got to leave his house. He lived in upper state Maine, in the middle of nowhere. It's what he wanted, but he didn't really have any friends. So online was his social life, and in the 2 years prior to his passing, his identity was stolen. I don't even know how many times, but he was so lonely, just so lonely that these women would keep contacting him saying, oh, I saw your picture and, I really want to get to know you. And him being, mentally impaired from his disability, he didn't identify that as a warning sign, and he would just give out all the information. And I mean, he actually had someone show up and break into his house and rob him. And, he could have been killed. And if it wasn't for his dog, who knows how that could have ended. But people that are elderly or have a mental illness, and that's who these hackers prey upon, because they think they'll just, spill everything. And I guess when I said I'm disabled, yes, I have a spinal cord injury that happened in 2003. That doesn't mean that my brain doesn't work, and it doesn't mean I'm going to give a complete stranger my PayPal address. That's just foolish. But that's who they prey upon. So these people are just scumbags. They're the lower than low. Like I said, it's not like someone went into a store and stole a loaf of bread to feed a starving family. That's still wrong, but I can understand it. Stealing money from a disabled person to buy tickets to go to Paris, France because you want to go on a trip, that's not okay. And it happens so often, and it just infuriates me. So, here I thought, wow, I seen this hacker, I'm going to take him down. And I did. And then all of a sudden it gets turned on me because I sent someone 9 emails. And, well, that's what it is anyway. So, I want to, you know, and yeah, Carol, it is terrible. It sucks. It's really crappy. Um, and the thing is, there's so many of these people out there that, for every one that gets caught, I don't know how many. Max is sleeping back there now. Max. Oh, no, two of them are sleeping back there. Um, there's just so many out there, and they use these images of celebrities is the wrong word, but in this case, it was the captain of the ship line, and he was a very attractive man, a very attractive man who, ironically, I looked up the actual life of this person, and he is an openly gay, happily married gay person, not interested in meeting women, certainly isn't going to show up on a crochet channel and offer to give people his money. And why this hacker stole that identity, I have no idea. Seems really silly to me. I mean, identify yourself as a plain person, if be more believable, I would think, but I don't know because I don't have the mind to think like a hacker. Hi, Madonna. Thank you so much. No, Madonna, I've never dragged you into this. I mentioned you as one of the people who, I know that you go on Lori's Crochet Corner too, her live feeds, and that you're one of the people that, are aware of what happened. No, I know, sweetheart, that you haven't dragged my name down, thank God. You're a smart cookie. And I have a lot of respect for you. You and Granny D, and you guys are awesome. And it's not got nothing to do with you, Madonna. And I appreciate you being here, and I appreciate you supporting my channel. And I'm glad to see you here because I need to interface with the people who talk to other people so things can get cleared up. And this video will be up there. It can be shared, it can be rewatched. So yeah, no, Madonna, nothing about you. And you can go back and watch this whole thing. All I said is you were one of the people who you know goes on Lori's channel and Lori's new channel, and you heard about what happened. And it's just sucky because I look up to you. And even though I know you didn't do anything to me, and I know you wouldn't, there are several people that I just look, you know Linda, just a crochet sister, actually, she had put up a a request for project bags. She's going through a really severe medical problem right now, and she's having a really hard time. But she said that she doesn't sew and is in need of project bags. So I just put a big box of project bags, not Amazon purchased bags, but like the reusable grocery bags. Those make outstanding um, project bags. So I just put a big box of those together for her, like 25 of them of the cotton bags with handles, and I'm mailing those off to her. So there's some people on this community that I just think are amazing, and I know I will always support them, and I hope I will always have their support. And people that are really your friends, you don't have to prove to them that you didn't do something. They know your character, and they know what you're capable of and what you're not capable of. And I'm appreciative of that. Oh, Madonna, it's a pleasure to help her. She is so sweet, and we've been emailing back and forth, and she's given me, a rundown on what's going on, and my heart goes out to her. And she's such a nice person. She's so sweet. And she asked me for my street address, which I did give her. Um, and I said, but please, I said, don't send me anything. I said, I have what I need, and if I don't, I'll find a way to get it. I said, right now, let us help you. You call yourself, just a crochet sister. My exact words to her, I said, if you're a crochet sister, then you're in my family. And because you're in my family, I want to help you. And it's the least I can do to put a box in the mail of things that I already have. I live in Connecticut, and you've probably heard Connecticut is the first state where this year they put a ban on all plastic bags. You can't shop at any store, not a grocery store, a clothing store, pharmacy. You can't get plastic bags anymore. Well, you can, but you have to pay for them. So that has forced everybody into using the reusable bags, or you can pay and buy the plastic bags. But I had just tons and tons of the reusable bags, far more than I'm going to use because I get my groceries delivered to my house. There's a program called Instacart. I don't know if you folks have it, but in Connecticut it exists. And, it's just too difficult to get out in a wheelchair, too expensive to get the paratransit van to pick me up and then try to get around the grocery store. So I don't use the bags. So also that here I gotta recline a little bit, and we're gonna move a little bit. Oh, oh no, my phone is charging. Hold on, folks. I just gotta recline my wheelchair because my back is really starting to hurt. Hold on, going back. Okay, good enough. So yeah, I put a big box together, and I'm making her something that should be done tomorrow, and I'm gonna put it in the box with all the bags, and hopefully that'll brighten her up. She's gonna be around for a very long time. I just know it. She's a fighter. She's a sweetheart, and I've really gotten to like her. She is like family to me. So I hope when she gets it and what I'm making her, it'll brighten her day because she certainly deserves it. And um, Sherry, thank you. I won't say to myself, out loud, I'm an awesome person because that's a little bit of boasting. It's just not how I was raised. I'm a good person. I like to help people in need. I was declared dead twice before I was 50. I've had some pretty terrible things happen to me, and I live in chronic pain, very very severe chronic pain, and there's no there's no fix for that. There's no cure for that. And it just changed my attitude because I could not be alive to feel the pain. I could not be on this side of the dirt. That's what I tell people. I woke up on the right side of the dirt, so I'm happy. Yes, I have pain, but that means I can feel, I can taste my soda or eat my sandwich. I'm here to do that. And before my injury, I think I took things for granted more. So, I might be in a wheelchair and I might have pain, but you know what? There's people that have it worse than me, and I am always going to help where I can, when I can. And, it might be little things. I mean, as silly as it is, here in the spring in Connecticut, we've millions of squirrels, and the little pains in the butts get into my little herb garden. I can't stand them, but oh, there's a nature center near me that always asks for crocheted squirrel nests because apparently in the spring, a lot of these little baby squirrels, before they get their fur, they fall out of the nest. And as I learned, the mothers don't pick them up or take them back, they will die. So people pick them up and bring them to the rehab centers, and the rehab center, Roaring Brook Nature Center, it's called the Animal Rehab Center. Whoop, hold on. Sorry, I lost you. Spirit stop. Sorry about that. The rehab center has put out both a knitting and crochet pattern for squirrel nests. They ask you to use just the cotton yarn and a single crochet stitch so their feet don't go through. And I make squirrel nests, and I'm like, these little pests get into the garden, but the babies didn't ask to be tossed out of the nest. And it's it makes me feel like I'm part of something because I don't get out very much, and that's okay. I mean, I've got my my fur friends here to keep me company, but so I make the squirrel nest, and I've done a lot with my food pantry. I've done a ton of scarves and hats this year. um I've gotten, actually, the Goodwill in my town has oh, Carol, I'm sorry. You know what? Moaning in your sleep, Carol, I'm glad you're able to sleep. I can't sleep. I sleep in my wheelchair, which does go completely flat. I can't sleep. I have a pain pump which has been infected on and off, so I can't sleep on that side. And on my other side, I have an incision that's healing from a very recent surgery. I can't sleep on my back, which is more metal than it is anything else. And I've never been a stomach sleeper, so it's just like I need to stand on my head or something at night. I don't know, but so I sleep in my wheelchair, but it is just so uncomfortable, and it hurts. And so I sleep probably maybe 2 to 2.5 hours a night, and it's in like 20-minute segments between waking up, and it's been that way for decades now. It's never going to change, and I just accepted it that if I fall asleep, then I got some sleep. And it is what it is. I can't change it. I've had all the surgeries I can have. There's no more, and I'm just fortunate that I'm here to complain about it. So tell your husband that if you moan in your sleep, then that means he has a wife, and he should be appreciative of that. And then tell him you'll give him a reason to moan. So, Madonna, are you still here? Madonna? Did Madonna leave? All right. I think, well, let's see. All right. Well, Carol and Sherry, I'm going to get off here. You guys have been wonderful. You've stayed with me this long, and you've listened to me complain and um, share and explain and anything else that I've done. So, and I appreciate that. I really do. I will be, I plan on putting up lots of content, but not what the every other crochet channel puts up. I want to be a little bit different. I don't want to be a copycat of anybody. And not just that, but I have different ideas, and I have ideas that'll make it more of um, interacting So it's not just me doing something and other people are watching. I want it to be we learn from each other. We share in doing different things, and then we can, discuss it either on a live feed or whatever other avenue we all agree on is best. And I want to be a little bit different than the other people. And well, let's face it, I am a little bit different than the other people. Playing. And so yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I just need to get this mess cleared up, but it will. And I appreciate y'all having faith in me there. So I'm going to say good night because I need to make some dinner. It's 8:30 where I'm at. Um, I'm pretty darn hungry, and I think my dog needs to go out. So I'm going to say good night. I'm very grateful for you giving me your time, and I will be back. And I don't know if that's a threat or a promise, but I hope you join me again. And I'm going to come up with some fun ideas. And if you have any ideas, suggestions, likes, dislikes, opinions, good or bad, please let me know. You can put a comment under this video. You can send me comments privately. You can contact me through Messenger and let me know. And I'm open to ideas and suggestions and feedback because we're all in this together. We have a common interest that we all want to have fun with. So let's make it an us thing. And I'm going to say good night and bye bye and thank you. And next time I see you, I'll be in a different room with a bigger screen and I can do more and show you more. And hopefully, I'll have announced it early enough that there's more people. And I'll try to be earlier in the night too. So take care. And yes, I agree, Carol. It's awesome to have a crochet friend. And you are definitely my newest crochet friend. And I would really like to stay in contact with you. Definitely. Absolutely. Um, and Sherry, let's see. Let me see. Oh, I gotta turn my phone. Oh, I hate this phone. Yes, good night, Cheryl, and good night, Carol. Sherry, rather, and Carol. And I will see you all soon. Mwah. Loves to everybody. Bye bye.